Hello and welcome back to another video with, well, I was going to say on my channel, I was going to say Run With Pie, but that's the channel name. So welcome back. Sorry I've been a bit absent. I don't know why really. And I suppose because I hadn't had a race in the diary, so I wasn't really training. So I'll give you an update of what I've been doing and see how you feel. So what I've been focusing on more a little bit is I've been resuming playing football on a Tuesday, so I've been doing that and having more social events, going to see friends and all that good stuff, and just running whenever I feel like it in any kind of set distance I wanted to, so not going for a particular pace, not following a plan of doing X, Y and Z in terms of intervals or easy runs or whatever, scheduled runs. I've just been listening to my body and it's been really enjoyable actually, so really looking forward to it. So of the journey of what's going to happen really. So I'll update what I've been up to. I did a smaller race this weekend, as you can see. So I did this. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the Royal Sutton Fun Run. So I live in a place called the Royal Town of Sutton Coldfield. Yeah, I know. I look like royalty, don't I? So yeah, that was the run. That was 8.5 miles, 13.5k. The area is very hilly, so Sutton Park is one of the biggest in Europe. They used it for the Commonwealth Games, which was in Birmingham, 2022 or I don't know, something like that. Can't even remember. I worked on it as well. Should know. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It was really hot. It seemed one of the hottest runs I've done. And because I haven't really done much training and because of the hills, I really did struggle. So in my head, I was going to go for an enjoyable run and run it at about 1 hour 10. I did it just shy of 1 hour 12, which is okay, but it's all good. But I know one thing you guys want to see, and I'll show it to you now. So you can see the medal. So Sutton Fun Run, May 31st, and it's 80th edition. So it's very shiny. You probably see on the bottom, it was an organisation called Cook's Furniture. They were one of the sponsors. You had a lot of charities there. They do a lot of fundraising, which is really good, and a lot of the community comes out. There's some kids that run it, which is really good to see the youth running. I did see a couple of people faint and having medical treatment, so hopefully they're all okay. And nothing was long term in terms of they just needed hydration or something, or just looking after. So really looking forward to hearing if they have had a successful journey onto the road of recovery. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. But what have I got planned? That's the next thing. So what I've got planned is I am doing the October, not the October because that's the wrong way around. I'm doing the Cardiff Half Marathon in October. It's the start of October, which is going to be my number 2 out of the 6 series of the Super Halves, which I believe I mentioned on a previous video. So this will be my second race. I have just tried to register for a charity place for Lisbon, which is in March next year, because unfortunately I was unsuccessful to get in the automatic place for Lisbon again, which is a bit of a pain, but it's all good. We just carry on, we move forward. Hopefully that will be the third one. And then I've also pre-registered for Prague through some marathon tour companies, so we'll see what happens for that. So exciting times, and I'm going to employ a coach for July, so that's going to be exciting. He ran the London Marathon in a very quick time. Can't remember the exact time, but he's a really good runner. So I've seen him on Instagram. He trained the boxing trainer. I don't know how familiar people are with boxing, but Shane McGuigan, the son of Barry McGuigan, who is a world champion. So he ran the Tokyo Marathon really, really quickly, and I took inspiration from that. I thought, you know what, if he's coaching people like, for example, Shane, who's in the fitness world in terms of training elite sportsmen, then if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. And I reached out to this guy called Nick Bester, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Seemed really good. His energy on his social media seems amazing, as well as his communication is very, very quick. So I'm looking forward to working with him. So going to get some plans embedded from July and having a 12-week plan to get to Cardiff. So we'll see. And I'm not expecting the weather to be great in Cardiff. Well, I live in the UK. Wales is only, it's not a million miles away from where I live anyway. So the weather's going to be pretty similar to what it is where I'm based, but I'm going to try and get some more things to embed. So I bought some new sunglasses, which I've never wore running sunglasses before. So I bought them through a brand called Sun God, and I haven't tried them out yet. I was going to try them on the run on Sunday, but I thought the general rules don't try new equipment, so I thought best not to. And then I'm potentially looking at getting some spikes, so I'll go into a bit more about that and give you a bit more information. So spikes, we're looking at that really. So what I wanted to say about spikes is they are for track, and you can get different kind of variation. I'm not very familiar with spikes, so this is going to be my first ever pair of spikes. I'm looking forward to seeing how they feel and what kind of running pace I can get, because running tracks are predominantly quite flat anyway, so that's good. And they are made of material that is different to running out on the road or the pavement or on grass, because you've got tarmac and concrete, whereas this is a bit more spongier, and you do feel a bit of a bounce. So in terms of when you're running in kind of the bounce retention, and what's the word, it gives you that bounce back effectively, where it kind of helps propel you forward. So that's really good. So I'm looking forward to that. I have run on a track a few times, and that's usually through my trainers that I've used for races. So it's usually been my Nike Alpha Flies, it's been my Adios Pro 3s and the Pro 4s, which I decided to be, bougie and get the Y3 editions. I don't know if you know Adidas Y3, but it's a nice range and it tends to be a bit more expensive, but the trainers weren't too bad. I think I'll get them for about $250, $240. So, and the Adios Pro 4s are $220. So not a massive difference, but they don't have a lot of colorways in terms of that. So I'm looking forward to using them and seeing how that goes really. But yeah, I thought I'd just post a video and see what's going on for people. Hopefully, as the weather starts to get better now, people start getting out there and enjoying the weather, going out for a run. A run's always good. And I love hearing stories from people who get into running. And I think the bottom line is you're only in competition with yourself. So, for example, we had, when people saw the world record for the marathon that was set at London Marathon, which is sub 2 hours, the guy was rapid. Like, he's an elite athlete, so you can't compare yourself to that. Like, he's running a 10k in less than half an hour. That's ridiculous. And he was running over 42k. So for the average human who has a full-time job and may have a family, got kids and all that good stuff, and other responsibilities, it's a bit harder to have that kind of training and the dietary requirements for that, how these elite athletes train. So it's never wise to be so harsh on yourself. So that's what I'd say from that. So thanks again for listening and viewing the channel and the videos on this channel. Hopefully I'll start to build a bit more momentum now with the videos. I'm going to try and film a little bit more of my runs. I have changed phones. I'm actually doing this video on my old phone because of the connection with the microphone, because I've got a fatter case. So like you can see on here, like, look, it's a wedge. You know what I mean? Wedge. Yeah, it's all good. So that's the reason why, and I have to occasionally charge this phone up because I don't use it anymore, as you can imagine. But yeah, I just want to hear all your journeys. The running season is well on the way, and whether or not you're doing running triathlons or you're doing anything else, you're studying for an exam or you're learning a new skill. I've heard someone recently just wanted to try out and learn the violin. Just, why not? I think it's really good. Life is too short. I've learned that. I've had a family bereavement earlier this year, and it just makes you reflect and rethink and realign that what's important to yourself. For me, family is always really important. Also, health is important. And I'm one of the ones that I wouldn't say I'm the healthiest person. People say, oh, you run a lot, blah, blah, blah. But I don't see my diet. My diet's not the best. If I cleaned up my diet, wow, it'd be great. I'm not exactly obese or anything like that, but I want to trim a bit of body fat down, but especially with running, lighter runners, it'll be a bit better and less impact on the joints. So looking forward to my own journey, but as well as hearing about other people's journeys, because that's what it's about. But yeah, thanks again for listening to the channel. Hopefully all you guys are good, and enjoying the weather where you may be in the world. Hopefully it is brighter than what it is today. We're back to rain. So in the UK last week, I think on a couple of days it felt like 32, 33, and the houses in the UK are made to retain the heat, so we don't have any air conditioning or anything like that. I had to buy a portable air cooler, I had to buy these gel pads for my pillows and sleep in my boxers. I don't normally do that. All this stuff, I'm like, what's going on here? But thankfully this week's a bit cooler. And yeah, I'll try and share some more stuff as we go on, but I hope you guys are good and have a great day.